So today I'm going to be showing you guys what may very well be the most fun thing to use on the bug front right now, and that is the dynamite. Now the dynamite was always pretty cool, not super great, but it was just a big explosion on a long timer, it was fun to use, but now it has been buffed like crazy to the point where I think it genuinely merits being taken over the gas grenade and the thermite, which previously I think were the only two grenades that were really, super competitive. There were other contenders, like the stun grenade wasn't terrible, and the pyrotech was pretty good as well, but these two were really, like, you picked one of these if you wanted a really powerful loadout, almost always. The dynamite now, because of its heavy pen and its demo force, is actually super versatile. It's good against finishing off heavies or softening them up. It's really good against chaff because the explosion size is, quite frankly, enormous. And it's also good at doing objectives. Well, maybe not objectives, but bug holes, fabricators, because of that demo force. It doesn't even need to go in the bug hole, just being in the general vicinity of the bug hole is enough to get rid of it, which is really a blast. On top of that, it looks really cool, huge explosion, just so much fun all around. I'm gushing over this thing. I'm going to be pairing it with the supply pack, just so I have more of them. I just want to spam as many of these as I can. I am going to be using the eats to have some anti-tank. I like the eats a lot when I have my backpacks occupied. They're just really convenient and powerful. I am going to be using the Gatling barrage, just to switch it up, but I also need something to throw on bug breaches to thin out the horde a little bit, and this is a good option that's on low cooldown. I'm going to be using the MG sentry, as that is my favorite sentry. I'd say overall, but definitely on the bugs, just fast cooldown, good damage, very reliable, and I'm going to be using the Liberator carbine, which was also buffed to do 90 damage. I'm going to be running it with the angled grip. Vertical recoil doesn't matter that much in my opinion, but ergonomics really does, so I like the angle grips a lot. The drum mag, the 1.5 times scope, and the muzzle brake to reduce horizontal recoil, because I think horizontal recoil is really what makes me miss shots. I'm going to be using the ultimatum just to have a little bit more anti-tank in my loadout and to close Bile Titan bug holes, though I think the dynamite actually has the demo force to do that now, if I remember it correctly. Yeah, I think it does. But I still need more anti-tank, so this is what I'm going to take. And I'm going to be using the light reinforced epaulets armor. Now, this is a little controversial, but I'm not the biggest fan of how this armor looks. It makes me think of that one scene from The Sopranos, where AJ gets signed up for the military academy, and he's in his uniform. He says, I look like an idiot, and this is what I feel like when I wear this armor. I think it's a little goofy, but as just a personal preference, I think it's a perfectly fine looking armor. And in terms of booster, I'm going to be using the muscle enhancement, because ignoring slows is just so nice. This is going to be a bile spewer seed, which you might call me crazy for bringing a light pen on a bile spewer seed, but it's because I also want to show you how good their new weak point is on the mouth, and how great it feels to actually fight them now, even with light pen. So, muscle enhancement is going to get a lot of value to not get slowed down. I'm a little all over the place, but the reason I'm using this armor, I got distracted, is partially the reload speed is just nice, it's very good, but also the avoiding a limb injury. Now, I don't know if this affects bleed, because it says limb. So I don't know if they count. I mean, obviously the chest is not a limb, but I do not know if it counts as a limb in terms of this verbiage here. But it's still nice because you get your legs broken a lot on the bugs, and that is really a death sentence a lot of the time. So even if it doesn't do anything for bleed, it's still nice to have that extra layer of defense. You're still going to die really fast because it's light armor, but that's what it takes to go fast. Anyway, I think that is it for the loadout, so I will see you guys in the mission. Okay, so let us not land on top of this. Need to find a better way to start recording. I don't actually have a second monitor, so I have to alt-tab a lot. when setting up these videos, and Helldivers does not like it when you alt-tab. At least on full screen, which is what I run it on, I heard it has the best performance. And honestly, it's kind of hard to tell the difference. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, but anything at this point to help. So here's some tech. You can climb really steep hills just by spamming dive over and over again. And it seems like there is a spore charger. Actually, probably... That is not a spore charger, that is a shrieker nest. Alright, okay, and it is a bile spewer seed, which for the first time ever, I'm happy because I get to show you the new weak point. Okay. This is actually kind of a bad position. I don't even have anywhere to run back to. But I'm just gonna start spamming dynamite. Oh, this is a weird map. If I throw the sentry down there, it might be able to shoot up the hill, but it won't get instantly killed. But the dynamite just has an enormous blast radius like that, and it clears out just so many enemies, including some of the tougher ones like alpha commanders, bile spewers. On top of getting all the chaff, this is just a very multi-role grenade. Since it's also useful in a utility capacity and to get some extra damage on heavies. Now, I would not bring this instead of a thermite if all you want is to damage heavies, because it is not a super reliable kill on at least Bile Titans and Behemoth Chargers. It might be better on the bots, which I only did a little bit of testing versus the bots using this thing. It felt pretty good, but it did not feel as good as thermites, in my opinion. Compared to the bugs, where I do not actually like thermites all that much, because I feel like they tend to bounce off a lot more than they do on the bots, just because bugs have weirder shapes. Okay, let's try this guy, because I like seeing. I've not gotten the chance to show the bile spewer weak point yet, because it's a little risky to go for, which I actually don't mind. It's a nice risk-reward balance, I think, where it is very rewarding, because they go down even faster than if you use explosives. It's actually kind of crazy. Now these guys are the opposite. I fucking hate. Oh, I hate them so much that I made them disappear with my mind. Okay, you know what? I am not gonna complain about that. Not in the slightest. I really do not love Impalers. No, Hive Guards either. Okay, let us land on his forehead. There he goes. I don't think he didn't come from the breach, he was just wandering around, okay. But, did he? Oh no, okay, he did not blow up the, okay. Alright, that was pretty smooth. Deploying support weapon. I am regretting a little bit not bringing the napalm barrage, because, the more I play solos, bugs, the more I think the napalm barrage is really like the thing that makes a kit work, which I think is kind of not a good thing for game balance. But you can definitely work without it, but there is if you feel the difference when you don't have it and when you do have it. It almost feels like kind of a challenge mode to not use it, which I don't know how I feel about that. I try to stay away from it a lot because it obliterates my frames. At least in multiplayer, especially if like more than one is active at the same time. Then at that point it's just a nightmare. Alright, so I'm going to be throwing tons of dynamite in there, and actually, even though I didn't get inside any bug holes, I think it probably will close a couple. It still has to be very close to the bug hole even if it's not, doesn't need to be in them. On. Comes another one. And that's something I learned recently. I would always try and go for headshots on Bile Titans with the ultimatum, which is kind of hard. It's not impossible, but it's pretty hard. And I learned that you can just shoot underneath them like it's a 500 kg, and that kills them like very reliably. So I don't know. I think all large explosions, at the very least, have that upwards cone pattern that the 500 kg does. Alright, I'll show you guys exactly what I mean with, you don't even need to hit it inside the buckhole to get it. Just like that. I think it still needs to be in a pretty narrow radius, but it is nice when you don't have an angle to see inside the buckhole and you're kind of, you know, rushing through a nest. It does help a lot to not have to expose yourself in a bad position. Alright, I keep forgetting to show the Bile Spewer weak point, which would be a shame because that's specifically why I picked this seed, and there's why I hate Bile Spewers. You do need to be facing them. And typically the easiest time to do it is right when they're about to spit, but before they actually spit, because that will still kill you really fast, even if it's not quite a one-shot anymore. I definitely don't think you should rely on it, because it is a tough shot, but you see right there in the mouth, above their headpiece, I guess not their headpiece, but their head plate, is, that's where you want to aim. Okay. Yeah, and see, this is why, I wasn't too happy with the pineapple grenades last video, is because this just feels so much better. Like, even, it's not only good utility-wise, but it's also just good against big groups of chaff like that. Like, you would throw the pineapple and you get, like, 1 to 2 kills. Here it's, like, 10 every single time. Alright. Was a little too slow. Let's throw a Gatling barrage and just some more dynamite, really. Okay. I don't know what that guy was doing. He was running away without a head. I was under the impression that they always charged at you once you got rid of their giant head, but yeah, see, and even at decent ranges, it's like with a rapid fire weapon like the lib penetrate, or not lib penetrate, lib carbine, or maybe even the tenderizer ignite would probably work for this. You can like kind of hose down the general area and just a couple bullets will get him, and that's enough a lot of the time. Okay, but they are still very lethal. So I don't think this is something you should absolutely rely on. Like, it's still probably better to, oh, hello. Let's see if this, oh, it does! Oh, that's so nice. I don't know if it has to be directly under them, but they're so slow, that's a pretty easy condition to get. God, okay. I wish I could have summoned in just one Bile Spewer to show off the weak point, and then not have to play the rest of the mission on a Bile Spewer seed. That would have been nice, but yeah, but that does feel really nice. That's probably one of the. Is that the only Okay, Christ. I can't concentrate with all this bullshit. But I think that's the only bug that has now joined kind of the bot ranks of being way faster to take out with really accurate light pen shots. Because every other bug pretty much dies way faster to just, you know, explosive weapons or plasma weapons. But this feels like I'm headshotting Devastators when I do that. Okay, I do not know why so many bugs are coming from that direction just constantly, but I'm never gonna get this objective done if I don't start getting a move on. But the lip penetrator feels pretty nice after the changes. It's not crazy. It was already one of my preferred assault rifles in the past, just because it did high DPS and it's fun to shoot a lot of bullets really fast. But I don't think it's really changed all that much. It just feels a little nicer against some of the more annoying enemies. It still feels terrible against hive guards, though, I gotta say. Because even if you are hitting their weak points, it still just takes a long time to get rid of them. Which is actually, now that I think about it, it's only gotten worse with every other weapon as well. So I think that's just a bad change in terms of hive guards. But alright, let's keep moving. I think another bug breach is inbound very soon. And I would like to... I think I saw some orange over there, but that might have been the skybox, yeah. Take out this pesky spore spewer. Just gonna... It's still a little tough. I'm not really used to it yet, going for that weak point. Okay, I did see orange over there. That wasn't the skybox, okay. It is a little tough to go for that weak point, in my opinion. Because if you can see their mouth that close, they are probably about to spit on you. And even though it's not a one-shot anymore all the time, it is still a lot of damage. And if you don't have the muscle enhancement... Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And if you don't have muscle enhancement, that is also a pretty nasty slow. How many of them spawned up there? Alright, I'm just gonna blind fire some not C4, TNT that way. Okay, I gotta go for the spore spewer. Yeah, the best way to take out spore spewers is when you have eats or quasar is one shot from either of those, and then just some random bullshit that you have on you, whatever primary you have, or secondary, or anything that can hit it at a longer range is good. So, okay. I do not like my skill issue, but that's felt like I was hitting the mouth. It is nice if you can get a little bit beneath them as well. Okay, where is the sport charger? There he is. And there he goes. Get some more TNT. Let's start throwing it. Oh my god, I forgot about that machine gun sentry. That was almost really bad. Because you are always on a very strict timer on the bugs. Solo, at the very least. Because that next bug breach it's always coming, it's always charging. So you gotta get your objectives done while you can. What the f... Did the Eruptor Tentacle pop out, kill the Bile Spewer, blow up its sac, and then the explosion from the sac killed me? Because if that was what happened, that is crazy. I just have the weirdest shit happen to me when I'm recording. I promise you, when I play by myself, like, this kind of stuff just does not happen. I don't know why it always happens when I'm recording. I mean, it's good, because it makes the videos more interesting. It's just weird. That hit me. Yeah, that hit me. Okay, it seems like this was a pretty small bug breach, all things considered. I think the bug breaches on Bile Spewer Seeds are not that bad. That is a redeeming factor of this enemy constellation, enemy seed. The bug breaches are smaller on average, because I think, okay. Bile Spewers take a lot of, I don't know, I guess points to spawn, because they're a pretty sizable enemy. Compared to spawning like 10 million warriors and hive guards, all those probably cost a lot less. What is bro shooting at? Yeah, so it is a very tiny weak point. I think that's not a very realistic shot to do at anything but close range. Unless, you know, you're sitting back and sniping, but at the same time... I just pick up another expendable, okay. At the same time... they do tend to stick their head underground a lot when they do their, you know, artillery attack. And at that point, I think it might be impossible to hit their head because it clips through the ground. Though maybe at a certain angle and certain elevations it might be possible, but I don't think it's something that can be relied on. Also, how did that, I guess the orbital Gatling barrage probably got him. Man, it feels so nice on Bile Spewer Seeds. The TNT, that is. Because while gas grenades are great, their main weakness is that they're not that good against medium, like, elite enemies. They're really great at stun locking them and just getting them confused, but they don't actually kill them, which is not what you want a lot of the time. I mean, it is nice to buy some breathing room, but, you know, confusing them, that's just procrastinating the problem. Once the gas is over, they'll come kill you anyway. The TNT, they are not coming back. Okay. Oh, this is I didn't even know this was an urban map. What the hell? That is fine. I actually like these urban maps a lot. Well, first of all, because I get to show you that the TNT, if I didn't miss, I missed, can now blow up these perimeter walls on the cities with its demo force, which it just feels, that just feels so right. It's so fun to just blast your way through a wall like that, especially when you're running away from like a big horde of enemies and you just make yourself an exit. That's the kind of moment this game is so good for. I wish there were even more of them. Alright. Yeah, that does not feel good. That I wish there was less of. Gatling barrage plus MG Sentry plus TNT, that is going to be a bad place for bugs to be. Oh, this is a bad place for me to be. I do not know how he died. I don't think there was TNT or anything. Yeah, but see, when they do that, like, lean up attack with the artillery, it is, I don't want to say impossible to hit them, but very difficult. Okay, I could only get one. That's a little upsetting. Not us. It's also great for kiting a big horde of bugs like that, because you can kind of just throw it at your feet, and the explosion delay is long enough that it will not, okay, fuck, I'm surrounded, that it will not instantly kill you. Okay. God, I hate impalers. Watch, this one's gonna attack. Oh no, it didn't. Okay. Because that's a bug that's been in the game forever, is that impalers just attack you from beyond the grate. And I died. I cannot tell you how many times to that. Okay. Just a casual 3 alpha commanders this way. But the biggest winner, actually, on the bug front at least, was alpha commanders. I guess his biggest loser from their perspective. But in terms of being fun to fight, alpha commanders just feel way better to kill with light pen weapons. At least the ones that had their durability buffed. Because that would have taken a lot longer. Well, maybe a little bit longer. I'm not sure how much longer, because the lib carbine does do a lot of damage. You still need to hit their head and like spend about half a drum mag on them. But considering how annoying and tanky alpha commanders are, that's not bad. Yeah, it's not possible to hit him like that, or not realistic. To use the dreaded realism word. Okay, I'm going to eat my last resupply. Did I? I did not just hear you call another bug breach. Okay. I think I gotta start killing out this, yeah. They're gonna start stun locking me. Here is my, okay. I did not hear another bug breach. Oh, it's right here, okay. And I do not have any spare supply pack. And that's, can't climb on that, okay. Oh, brother. I need to make my way back around and get those resupplies that were there. Let us... That killed nothing, okay. At least I still have a eat to deal with that Vile Titan. Can he walk over that wall? I think he would be able to, but you never know. Okay. Actually, I am going to watch him disappear. Okay, never mind. Go. See, I like the eats way more than the Quasar, because even though the eats have that, like, annoying arm window, I still feel like it's a lot easier to, you know, flip it out, wait a second or two, and then just aim, instead of having to do the charge and aim with the Quasar. That's like the main reason why I like Eats better than Quasar. Okay. Too many. Yeah, and the 5-second fuse is really not that bad when you think about it. It's not like super reactive like impact grenades, though impact grenades kind of sucked the last time I used them. But it gives the bugs enough time to like filter onto it and see just bam, huge value just like that. You gotta die. Okay, I almost died too, but... Machine gun sentry. I am actually gonna hold off on the projectile because I really need this machine gun sentry to not die immediately. Okay, there's 3 bile bile spews over there. I don't know if the bugs have gotten harder, but or I'm just rusty, but man, are they kicking my ass recently? Jesus Christ. that a charger or a... I'm not sure if these sound that chargers and Bile Titan footsteps make is the same, but it sounds very similar to me. Okay, can I pull this? That might be stupid. Yeah, that was stupid. I am going to need to pull back and hope, yes, I do have a spare supply pack. Let's get a nice spread of TNT. They should be coming my way. By nice spread, I mean fucking terrible, massive waste and get nothing. Okay. That's fine. I have more. Gatling Barrage is pretty good. I don't know, it just feels nicer to use than a lot of the other barrages because it's got such a fast cooldown and it comes in so fast. It's a very satisfying stratagem to use. Ever since they buffed it during the 60-day patch, because before it was like kind of pathetic. Now it's just very solid and reliable. Another hard thing about those guys is that the spew really obscures their face. So if they are mid-spew, it is very difficult to actually find their mouth weak point. Like, you can spray into it, but it's such a distracting visual effect that it's not super effective. I haven't even talked about cooking this thing yet, because you can cook it like very easily if you have a window, you know, a breathing room. It's better in teams because you just have more breathing in general, but it is really nice to hit specific targets. I think cooking is more important on the bots though, where the angle of explosion matters a bit more. So you can like cook it so it hits a turret in the back, or a tank in the back in the vent, and that's actually a pretty effective one-shot. The problem is if you get ragdolled while you're cooking it, well, you can guess what happens. Okay, now, once I'm done with this, definitely Shrieker Nest first, but I'm feeling semi-confident, even though maybe I shouldn't be, about doing the Mega Nest, because I've been on a bad track record of actually completing Mega Nest recently. Now, actually, does this, I don't know what kind of, these are just, no, these are not destructible, okay, or not by, 40 demo force. Let's get the hell out of here. Yeah, so far I don't think I've really gotten much limb damage after putting on this armor. When you don't have an armor set that protects your limbs, like every single hit, even from like pouncers and scavengers, breaks like a leg or an arm, just like without fail. I thought you were a rock, but you were much worse than that. Are you kidding me? I guess I hit his leg instead of his body, but come on, man. See, that's the fun part. I don't even know if he's dead or not, because they attack you when they're dead. There's no way he's alive for that. Super credits while waiting for the bugs to show up. Procrastinating farming. It is fun how the dynamite also blows up the buildings. It doesn't really do anything for you because it doesn't open up any angles. As far as I know, it's very difficult and annoying to climb through the buildings. It's not something you should rely on. But it does feel nice. It's just a cool effect. Which is all you need sometimes. The plus reload does actually make a pretty big difference with the lead carbine, because you really go through bullets at a blistering rate. Okay, this does have a Bile Titan buckle. I'm pretty fortunate that none have spawned. Jesus Christ. I guess there's a second one somewhere? This nest configuration is honestly like the hardest one that isn't a Mega Nest. I don't know why. It's just so hard to actually push into it. Even if the where did I put my eats? Even if the Bile Titan buckle isn't active, it is still extremely difficult to push into it. I think yeah. Let's see if I can finish him off. Before he finishes me off. Okay, well, this is, all sorts of bad. Let's see if I can get both of them. That would make me really happy. Okay, I got one of them, so that's better than nothing. And you might be bleeding out. Which in that case, I should not have thrown the resupply that way. That is still so tanky, man. Oh, fuck off. Actually, fuck off. Actually, fuck off. It's... my god. The comedy of errors. Oh, and they're not stunned because they just spawned. Oh my god, okay. This is brutal, this is brutal. I'm gonna lay a breadcrumb trail of dynamite behind me and hope that does me a little good. Now we are going to test if the dynamite actually blows up the Bile Titan buckle. Oh yes it does, that is wonderful. You gotta die. Oh, that is a dead end. I'm gonna run this way. That is a lot of bugs. Okay, I am not feeling too great about my odds of the Mega Nest. Do I have a supply pack in 52 seconds? Where's my spare supply pack? It is all the way not here. Honestly, I kind of hate this like ambient fog that's just present in the bug urban maps. I don't know why it's here. Or at least there should be a way to take it out. Which, as far as I know, there is not. Okay, I have no supply pack, only 2 stims, and no spare resupplies. Things have looked better. I'm going to cook this thing. Oh, that feels nice, okay. I've been good about hitting my headshots in the Bile Titans this mission, though. I don't think I've missed one yet. Not to brag, but...
5 minutes remaining. I repeat,
5 minutes? Okay, yeah, we're not doing that at all. Yeah, I really do think it is the orbital napalm barrage that's making the difference, because it's just so much slower to kill a big bug breach without it, that you get slowed down so much, and you just don't have enough time and, you know, lives to do everything. But that might just be cope. Okay, though I've been having fun this mission, and I hope that shows Even though there's still some bullshit, of course. The dynamite is just, it's so nice, man. I cannot recommend this thing enough. I don't even care that, you know, the gas is probably still better and the thermite has more utility or whatever. The dynamite is just, it's just fucking fun and it's competitive. I think it's genuinely competitive and that's kind of all that matters. Yeah, I see another big nest. Can I do it? That depends. I still have 3 minutes. If a bug breach appears right in the middle of this nest, it might be Joker. Yeah, okay. That's not happening. But I think the TNT is actually like now the longest range way of taking out Volatile bug holes without stratagems. Because you can throw a lot further than you can shoot an ultimatum. I guess if you use the weapon swap tech, the ultimatum might have it be, or at least be similar, but assuming that gets patched out, which it very well might. Okay, I think this is a hell bomb angle. Because I do not have time to sit around and shoot it. Yeah, I only have, there's 3 nests, I only have 2. What? Okay. Yet again, just bizarre things happen when I record. Did a Biotitan just like stomp around and close all the bug holes? Did Bio Artillery close all the bug? Who knows? I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth, but I think honestly the Hellbomb angle is pretty good for the Shrieker nests, because they take a lot of fire to bring down, unless you have something like the Commando or the autocannon. Like sometimes it is just better to just get in there and get your hands dirty. Right. Valentine, I am glad I brought Eats and not the Epoch, because there's been a lot of Valentines this mission. That feels not terrible, honestly. I think the... Okay, I say that as the reason why I don't like Lightman on the bugs shows up. Not you, you're fine now. This fucking guy. But, the lead carbine actually feels really not bad. And that's a very deliberate way of saying that. I don't want to say it's that good, because I do not think it is in the same league as, you know, the greats, crossbow, purifier, etc., etc. But I don't think you're gonna have a bad time if you bring it either. There you go. Unless you're on the Hive Guard Alpha Commander seed, then you will have a bad time on that one, I think. But on Biosphere seeds, it's no big deal. Because even if it's not the best way to kill them, it's always available and pretty fast. Even if it is risky. But honestly, that's fine. I do not mind things being a little risky. Okay, I don't know if that's going to go off, but that'd be nice if it did. I really would like to grab one of these. That was a very helpful orbital napalm, or not orbital napalm, orbital Gatling. Okay, let's cook that. Where are the bugs? That was, why did I say that? That was the stupidest thing I could have said. but I'm gonna continue. It didn't feel like there were that many. That was a really tiny bug breach. What the fuck? Are they all just like glitching out? Or are they coming in more piecemeal? Ow. I also don't know if I'm imagining this, but I really feel like they made ragdoll physics way more intense. I'm getting heated all over the place. Alright, and that's that. Holy shit, that's the most fun I've had on the bugs in months. And even then, that was not a smooth mission. I still had a good time. The dynamite is a fucking blast. Really, if you do not have the Borderline Justice Warbond, I think it is worth it now just for the dynamite. It is that good. Like, this is gas grenade, thermite, like, contender. Maybe a little bit beneath those, but way above any other grenade, I think. And the Borderline Justice Warbond isn't bad either. The Talon is a really good sidearm, despite the sway. The Hover Pack is a lot of fun. Even if it's not the best, it's still fun. And the Deadeye is also in the same category where even if it's not the best, it's a lot of fun. Plus, I'm a huge fan of lever actions, cowboy aesthetic, you know. It's just a cool warbond overall, and now it is also a really good warbond. Like, this change has brought up that warbond a couple tiers for me. I'm way too lazy to do an actual tier list video, and also who cares what I think. But, seriously, if you have it, bring it out on your next bug mission. You will not regret it, especially if you have a supply pack. If you don't have Borderline Justice, this may be your sign to get it. Assuming they don't change it. I would be very upset if they changed it. I don't think they're gonna do that. I think that would be a really stupid move. But anyway, if I missed the stat button. Almost 1,000 kills. Yeah, there's just so many bugs recently. Oh my god. So I keep getting bogged down fighting bug breaches forever. Yeah, that's it. I just need to start bringing the orbital napalm barrage on the bugs. I think that just make my life easier. But anyway, excellent patch for the dynamite. Everything else, a mixed bag. Also great, the weak points on bile spears. Also a huge fan of that. Otherwise, I think that's it for the video. I don't really have anything else to say. Except glowing recommendations for the dynamite. Again, 7th time I said it in the outro, but I can't stop gushing over it. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and have fun.